What's going on, pumpkin people? It is now August 25th. We have about 25 more days or so for the way off. The plant's really spent. If you can see behind me here, some of these leaves are pretty crispy. I don't know if it's some sort of fungus or bacteria, but the underside of the leaf looks okay. Like, looks a little greener, but I don't know if it's just plant age, because it started from the stump and it's working its way down. So this week I'm just gonna set the camera up, and you're gonna watch me just trim off some of these leaves. I'm gonna take you around. We're gonna trim some of those leaves off just to maybe stop the spread and put on some more weight with Casper. I will say Casper is growing. I'm not gonna say how much. I'm gonna let it kind of be a secret for right now, or you guys put your guesses below, but you're gonna see how rough this plant is. But Casper is growing still. It is unofficially, we have a personal best here in the patch, so that's pretty exciting stuff. This is, I think, is gonna be our first year. I think we're gonna have it officially weighed at a weigh off this year, September 20th, at the Big E. It's in West Springfield, Massachusetts. So that's where Casper will be weighed, hopefully. But all in all, so far so good. No splits or anything, knock on wood. You gotta be careful of mice. This time of year, mice like to go up underneath your fruit and have some of your pumpkin seeds, and they drill their way in. So either set some mouse traps around your pumpkin so they don't, burrow into your fruit. But yeah, I'll take you around. I'm just gonna do some basic plant maintenance. I'm just gonna set the camera up and I'll put on a time lapse of just, out in the garden here. And that's pretty much it for this week. I'll take you around and show you, the plant and Casper, different angles. I'll take you around this week on this side and show you the stem end. I'll take you inside the patch here. Notice I'm not walking on boards anymore. I mean, it's just that time of year where I don't think I'm gonna lose, 100 pounds by walking on my soil. So that's fine for now. So let's just get this plant cleaned up, and I'm gonna take you around, and hopefully we'll put on some more pounds. Stay tuned. So we're actually inside of the pumpkin patch this week, and you're gonna see these leaves are cooked. Put a comment in the bottom if you know what this is, but those leaves are crispy. So that's our stump. There's Casper, and then out there, our plant is actually pretty green and nice, and towards the stump, everything's kind of turning brown. But we're gonna get those leaves taken care of. I'll show you guys us taking these off. See, these leaves are pretty bad. I gotta prevent some rot here, but all in all, considering our main vine has no rot in it. I went up and down, I looked for soft spots, and it's actually okay. Tension's okay. I mean, a little tight, but the season's almost over, so I'm not gonna mess with it too much. There's the stem. I don't see any splits or anything, which is great. But Casper's looking pretty good. Looking pretty big, so I'm just gonna keep it a secret for now what Casper's taping. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it so far. So let's go set this camera up and let's get this plant kind of cleaned up, and show you what that looks like as we do that. Actually, I'll just grab the snips right now. Why not? So usually I sanitize my tools, but since it's so late in the season, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna start trimming these bad leaves off, cut them as low as we can, and we'll get rid of those. But let me just set up the camera here, and you guys are just gonna watch me work out in the patch here. Stay tuned. All right, let's get some of this dead foliage off. We're just gonna trim these off. That's not really doing anything for Casper right now, just spreading disease. So we're gonna take these off. They're not giving anything right now to the plant, so cut them as low as you can. All I'm trying to do here is just slow the process down a little bit. You know, it's only a matter of time before this plant really gets out of control. Let's see if you can see me a little better here. There we go. You can see what the heck I'm doing. Yeah, you can see that a little better. See, these leaves are just garbage. That's why you want to grow your plant as big as you can. You're always going to run into some sort of issue, but I will say Casper's still growing. Still growing, which is awesome. So we're just going to get this cleaned up a little bit. Cut everything back as low as you can. Yeah, that leaf's got to go, see? So we're just gonna clip that off. I mean, it's doing nothing for the plant, but just taking energy at this point, spreading disease and rot. So we're just gonna keep plugging away through here. I'm not gonna compost any of these leaves or anything. I'm just gonna throw them right away. I don't want, if there is disease, I don't want this being spread. I don't see anything on these. I mean, they're as crispy as ever. I'm just gonna speed up the camera now. You're gonna see it go into like a time-lapse mode. So here's gonna be working here, clearing this out a little bit, and let's see if we can get Casper to the finish line here. Definitely looks a little bit better here. Cleared out a lot of these weeds, caught up a lot of dead leaves. There's our stump. It's looking okay. And way down the other end there, still very green. We're back feeding in to Casper. So just because this foliage is gone, we still got a good amount of leaves, all leaves, pretty good leaves right here. Back feeding into Casper. So it definitely looks a lot better than it was. But that's another tip. Don't let the weeds get ahead of you. Try to stay up on them because you're gonna lose pounds. But Got some left. It's just slowly progressing down the main vine, that fungus or whatever that was, but believe it or not, Casper's still growing.